All right, the Home Edit show came out. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Kay. I'm a professional home organizer and soprano here in the Boston area, and I'm here to inspire you to live a more organized life. So if you've never been to my channel here, hello, thank you for clicking on this video. And if you don't know, I have been recovering from a surgery I had for the last 2 weeks, and a lot of people have been asking me on Instagram if I'm watching the Home Edit show during my convalescing period, and I actually wasn't. I actually didn't tune into it for a little while. I was like too busy actually playing video games. As you can see there, I got a Nintendo Switch. I was very busy, but I did sit down and watch the Home Edit show because a lot of you told me that you wanted my opinion, asked what I thought of the show, because I gave my thoughts on the Marie Kondo show on Netflix, I think a couple of years ago at this point, and now you wanted my opinion on the Home Edit show. So here we go. That's I guess the backstory. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. They are an amazing sponsor. They have been sponsoring my channel all year long. We'll talk a little bit more about Skillshare a little later in the video. So a little bit of background on me. I am a professional home organizer, which means I go and help people organize their spaces, improve function in their home, and basically make it look pretty sometimes, but usually I focus more on function, having the home function, not having them not be able to find scissors and stuff. And I'm also here on YouTube doing organizing videos as sort of an edutainment style inspiration to hopefully help you organize your home and basically make being home a little bit more manageable, especially since we are home a lot of the time in 2020. At least if it's 2020 right now, if you're seeing this video. If you're from the future, I hope it's better, but right now we're stuck at home. I also want to say that I have been an employee of the Container Store. I think I worked there for like 8 years, and then I was a contractor for the Container Store, which means I was a contract Container Store organizer, but I had my own business, but I was working representing them. So I'm very familiar with Container Store and their products. So if you don't know who the Home Edit are, they are essentially probably the most public celebrity organizing service businesswomen in the world right now. They have over 3 million followers on Instagram, and they are very famous for organizing in a Roy G. Biv manner, which means organizing by rainbow color: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, you know rainbow. Their pictures on Instagram are so beautiful. They are fantastic. And these beautiful organizing images got the attention of many celebrities, newspapers, Container Store especially, and they now have a business partnership with the Container Store. I think they created some products, organizing products with a company called Inner Design, which they make a lot of like plastic resin organizing products, and I love Inner Design. I think they make really neat things, but they have specific products that are like Home Edit designed products that Container Store now does sell, and Container Store also does sell their 2 very successful selling books on organizing. And now they have their own show on Netflix, which I think was produced by Reese Witherspoon and maybe Molly Sims, I want to say. I will correct myself on the screen if I'm wrong. I am going to be upfront with you and say that I'm not going to disparage other women in their business. I think that it's up to a lot of other women to lift each other up and not put each other down, because I think these women are 2 very successful businesswomen. I'm not just saying this because I was on their Instagram story once, but I do think they are very good at what they do, and they have a very specific kind of customer. And I'm going to talk about the show and how it represents reality, and then about how it doesn't. So let's talk a little bit about what reality shows are. Reality shows are actually, it's sort of like an oxymoron, because reality shows, I guess, sometimes try to star real people in terms of they're not actors, but reality shows specifically set up a scenario and edit it in a sense that it's entertaining. So a reality show is there to entertain you, not necessarily there to educate you, not necessarily there to, do anything. Like, it's not a documentary, it's a show. So there's going to be a lot left out, and there's going to be a lot that's not going to be seen, especially me as a performer. What you see on stage, when you go see me in an opera, you don't see all the stuff that happens backstage, all the weeks we spent rehearsing, all the times I spent writing my text down on a piece of paper, all the costume fittings, all the times when like I forgot to bring a prop on stage. You're not seeing all that. You're just seeing this magic poof show that's wonderful at the end. So with that in mind, as it's a show, you really have to suspend some of your disbelief, and this is not typical of what the normal experience is like for the typical home organizing client or the professional or the typical professional home organizer. So the scenario that they set up in each episode, I think there's like 8 episodes, 8 or 9, is that they go and do a celebrity space. They set up a scenario in which a celebrity needs their space organized. Could be Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian was actually in one of the episodes, and they deal with like a normal everyday person who isn't a celebrity. Both scenarios, at the end product is very satisfying. That's very beautiful. You know, they're color coordinated or color arranged, and it's really, really lovely. A lot of the criticism I'm seeing and a lot of the questions I'm getting about professional organizing, like, is this real or not? Is this a typical like home organizing client? Is this celebrity client, you know, a typical home organizing client for like a regular home organizer like me? I'm not a celebrity. And I want to just say, sometimes, yeah, sometimes it is. I have had clients from the spectrum of like, I need somebody to help me organize my little studio apartment because I'm a mess and I can't find anything, to I just need someone to make my pantry look pretty. Here's my credit card, go buy all the products, arrange it, and like put some labels on, and I want to like put it on Instagram and like impress everyone. And I want to say that these are different needs for different clients. I have an intake form that is on my website that basically will screen clients and let me know from how they answer the questions what level of service they're actually expecting, and I, you know, will try to service them at the level they want. Some people really just want a cheerleader there to help them discard items, and some people really just want me to go that extra mile, make it look Pinterest perfect, and, you know, have it like a whole party in their pantry, you know, to go show it off. And I think that both of these services are valid services and valid needs for people. I feel like there's a little bit of people saying that they don't want to see celebrity spaces, that they, you know, they haven't really been getting rid of anything. They've just arranged it in colors and blah, blah, blah. But that's a service that people want, and that is a need that they have. Problems that celebrities have are still problems. The new Birkin bag is your indoor space. The new like status symbol is like your organized closet or your like super neat organized pantry. Because we have the ability in 2020 to like hit a button on our phone and broadcast to the entire world, the revealing of people's in like houses and indoor spaces, intimate spaces like your closet, have become something of a status symbol. There's a reason why home tours and apartment tours are so popular on YouTube, is that people are very voyeuristic. They want to see inside people's spaces. And if you are in the public eye, you're a celebrity, you're an actress, you're a, you know, a newscaster, you're a famous author, whatever, if you are more inclined to want to, if you need to show a, you know, extremely impressive space. That being said, people who aren't famous like me and, you know, most of my clients don't need that level of service and don't need it to look like that at the end of the day. The show is very fun, and it's, you know, very light. It's like kind of light and fluffy. It's not going to teach you how to organize. Although there are some good tips sprinkled in there, but they fly across the screen so fast, or they come out of Joanna and Clea's mouth so quickly that if you blink, you might miss them. There are some very helpful tips in there, but it's not the core portion of the show. I think the core point of the show is to be like a very beautiful long Instagram video. And yes, Container Store products are front and center in this show because Container Store has a business relationship with the home edit, and it is in their best interest to show as many of those products as possible. Now, do you need like tons of little cute plastic bins to organize your space and to get it totally perfect in the way you want it. Not necessarily. Also, a lot of what's not seen in the show is their editing process, which is usually what I refer to as the decluttering process, which is usually the first step that I go through with clients before we start reorganizing things, because most of the time clients just usually need to get rid of items before we can go in and like reorganize the space. And so 95% of my interactions with clients just go something like this. Okay, how do we feel about this? Do you use this? Oh, that's my like eye patch thing for naps in the day. I'm not home during the day, so I've never used it. So you don't use this. So can we get rid of it? But what if like one day I'm home and I need to take a nap during the day and I can't because there's too much light in the room? Then what do I do? But you just told me you didn't use it, so maybe we can get rid of it. Maybe like one day when I'm just home and I want to take a nap randomly, and there's too much light in the room. I know I have these blackout curtains, but I mean, I don't know if that's really gonna happen for you. Yeah, I guess. Very rarely has a client actually left me and said, like, just go and do your thing. I mean, it's happened, don't get me wrong. Like, it's maybe like 10% of the time it's happened, and those are really fun where I could just, go there and go crazy and like go insane and nuts. But like, it's not typical. So the whole like client leaving thing is not usually something that happens with most professional organizing jobs. Now, it may be something that happens with a home edit business. I don't know if that's part of their business practice, but normally I spend a lot of my time talking to the client and dealing with their items and trying to improve their relationship with their items and their home. This is not the show for you if you want to be encouraged to discard things. There's not a lot of that going on in this show. It's a lot of just organizing items. And I've seen some criticism about that there's not a lot of like discarding, getting rid of things. That's just something that happens when you get involved in a project where people can afford to keep all of the things that they don't have to sacrifice the thing or the space. And that's just something that happens. So if you want to be encouraged to discard items, this is not the show that you should watch. You should watch the Tidying Up with Marie Kondo show. That will probably, inspire you more to discard items. But if you just want organizing prawn, and I say prawn, but you know what I mean, this is definitely a show for you. It's there. Clea and Joanna are very high energy, and there's a lot of like giggling and stuff. But I think that they're really adorable, and I really like them. I find them to be very likable, and I find the show to be very lighthearted and basically a feel-good show. And if you want to, spend some time on Netflix, this weekend or whatever, binging it, it's very cute and fun, and yeah. But that being said, to have an organized space, you don't have to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on inner design containers or OXO canisters and arrange everything by color. It looks really beautiful. And for some people, that is their reality, that they can maintain that system. But for most of my clients that I see, that's not a space they want to get to. They just want to get to a place where their home functions and they can find a can of tomato sauce when they're looking for it. I really enjoyed the show, and I think it's really cute, and I liked it, and I have really nothing negative to say about it, other than, I just want everyone to go, and who watches it, just go in with the proper perspective, in the fact that because my tagline here on my YouTube channel as of right now, it says organizing for real life, not Pinterest. This is a very like Pinteresty, Instagram level of organization that I think is totally lovely and fantastic, but it's not where you have to get to necessarily. So go with it with that in mind, and you might enjoy it. I think it's a really cute show. I want to thank Skillshare so much for sponsoring this video and being a wonderful sponsor on my channel in 2020. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey, with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, baking, and even plant taken care of. Skillshare offers classes designed for real life so you can move your creative journey without putting your life on hold, which means you don't have to spend tons of time on a class. Most classes are like 30 minutes, some are even like 15 minutes, and you can like move on with the rest of your day. I was very excited to get an email to say that there was a new class on Skillshare that I cannot wait to watch, and it is by Plant Queen. I am a huge fan of Christopher Griffin, also known as Plant Queen on Instagram. He was introduced to me actually by Summer Rain Oaks, and ever since that she had him on her channel, I like fell in love with him. He's just so much full of like so much positive, amazing, good energy, and he is truly the plant queen, and it will give you so much inspiration on how to have plants in your home and how to have them bring you joy without, you know, killing them, because no one wants to do that. But there is a class on Skillshare now hosted by Christopher Griffin, and I cannot wait to watch it. Skillshare is also super affordable, especially when compared to in-person classes with an annual subscription being less than $10 a month. For a limited time, use the link in my description to get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and supporting creative entrepreneurs everywhere. Okay, let me know down in the description if you watched the Home Edit show on Netflix. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Let me know what you thought of it in a comment down below. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.